Donald Trump says it is crazy for any Christian to vote for a Democrat. Donald Trump says it is crazy for any confessing Christian to vote for a Democrat. Welcome back to the channel BC SIMEON Television Network. Thanks for joining us. I am BC SIMEON. Please like our pages, BC SIMEON Television Network, on all social media platforms, and subscribe to our YouTube channel, BC SIMEON Television Network. Speaking at the International Christian Media Convention in Nashville, Tennessee, on Thursday, the 22nd of February 2024, Donald Trump says that it is crazy for any Christian to vote for a Democrat. Now, so many people will give different interpretation to that, especially as they view Donald Trump not to be Christian inclined because of how the media has projected Donald Trump ever since he came into the corridors of politics. Now, I've always insisted and I've always stated that it is very crucial for Christians to actually awaken their political consciousness. Some will say, how dare Donald Trump to actually make such a comment as far as politics is concerned, or as far as morality or godliness is concerned. Let's actually set the record straight. There was a particular way that Donald Trump was projected before he came into politics. Before he came into politics, he was characterized essentially and exclusively as a businessman who actually knows how to get what he wants as far as business was concerned. But the moment Donald Trump came into politics, the media began to project him in a different light. We all know that different media organizations are inclined to different ideological leanings, so you don't expect them to actually project Donald Trump in a light that should be favorable as far as their agenda is concerned. Election in America is coming up again, and Donald Trump has been leading the poll as far as the Republican ticket is concerned. And now he comes out and says this. What does that mean? This brings us all back to the importance of political consciousness within the Christian fold. Now, you may not like Donald Trump. I like him. You may not like him for whatever reason or for whatever characterization that the media has given to him. And of course, you may want to ask questions as far as the evidences that they have for characterizing Donald Trump in a particular way. You may not really like him, but the question is this: for somebody like Donald Trump to say it is crazy for any Christian to vote for Democrats, it's a vivid indication of the fact that Donald Trump values Christian values. And of course, you know the Democratic Party is inclined towards things like abortion, which is against the tenets of Christianity. The Democratic Party favors homosexuality. The Democratic Party favors a whole lot of agenda, okay, that actually are adversarial to family values, that are adversarial to Christian ethos. So it's a vivid indication to a large extent that Donald Trump actually has a high degree of value for Christian tenets. All right, so you may not see him as a saint, and of course God does not use saints to project his agenda in politics. God uses human beings that are beset with frailties. God uses human beings that are beset with weaknesses to project his agenda. So Donald Trump, as far as your estimation of him is concerned, may not be perfect. And of course, he is not perfect. The same goes for every single one of us. But the fact that he actually came out to talk about upholding godly values is a vivid indication that he actually values God. He values godliness. Remember, it was in the course of Donald Trump's stay in the White House, in the course of his presidency, that he ensured that judges who were inclined to protecting godly values were actually appointed. All right? It's important for us to remember that. Now that brings us to one question. What exactly is the implication? What is the consequences of us not being politically conscious as Christians? What is the consequence of not being politically conscious? He talked about a Christian not voting Democrats, knowing what the Democratic Party or how the Democratic Party has actually projected agendas that are antithetical to the Christian values. When you refuse to be politically conscious as a Christian, you are allowing ungodliness to flourish. You are allowing ungodly men to take the reins of power, to enforce policies that will erase your freedom of worship, or rather that will limit to a large extent your Christian practices. All right? It's important that you refuse to be neutral where making political choices is concerned. Christians ought to awaken their political consciousness. We have heard tragic stories of how the dominance and the influence of Christianity got erased in places like Turkey, like Lebanon, as a consequence of underestimating the power of political consciousness, the power of having a godly figure in politics. This is a clarion call as the American election draws closer again for Christians in America and of course everywhere else to awaken their political consciousness, to cast their vote for individuals who are inclined to protecting godly values, to protecting family values. One thing the enemy has done in this particular generation is to allow men and women in power to push agendas that target family values. It takes politically conscious Christians to bring an end to that. So wherever you are watching this video, be it in America, be it in Africa, in Australia, it is crucial that you awaken your political consciousness, not just within you, around you, in your community, in your church, wherever you find yourself, to actually mobilize and galvanize support for Christians to take to politics, for you to vote candidates that are aligned to the agenda of God. That's the only way righteousness and justice will be restored in nations of the earth. Let's know your comment. Let's know your view, what you think about this in the comment section. Please go ahead, subscribe to our channel as we bring you other intriguing content and narrative as it pertains to political matters and other areas of life, entertainment, media, family, and all of that. Thank you very much for watching. May God bless you. Be good.